Iron City family, want you to know that I love you and also want to thank you for praying for me and my family. We did have one fever in the Pugh household last week and some sore throats, and thankfully I didn't have any symptoms, but wanted to make sure that we were being safe on Sunday. And I was grateful for Ben stepping in and preaching for us, and was grateful to get good news yesterday. The Pews are COVID-free, but I hope that that served as a model for our people right now, even though we wanted with everything in us to be able to gather with you guys on Sunday night, that we all need to sacrifice some right now to make sure that we're keeping one another safe. And that's been one of the things that we know we really need to take seriously right now as we're seeing cases grow in our country and in our state, in our county, in our city. We're having a lot of conversations with medical personnel inside of our church and meeting as staff and elders to make decisions. And we do still feel like after having these conversations that we can still gather together safely with the plan to have in place. And I want to thank again the team of people that put that plan into place that was much better than I could have come up with while I was gone away on my sabbatical. And I think because of that, I feel like we can say with a clear conscience that we've done everything we can to make sure, even if someone has this virus and doesn't know it, that people aren't going to get it because of the steps we're taking with masks and with spacing as we meet together on Sunday evenings. And so we want to continue doing those things, and I know that's not comfortable, and being able to have to separate ourselves and not warmly greet one another. There's just things that aren't natural, but until that day where we can meet together in this room with none of those barriers, there's just going to be some sacrifices we have to make in order to be able to continue, I think, to meet together with a clear conscience on the Lord's Day with the Lord's people. And so there's a couple things that we are going to add to what we're asking of you right now as we continue to gather together on Sundays for this season. We've felt, again, really good about what's going on in this room, and again, thankful for how even our medical personnel has been really encouraging of how they have felt safe, and our people have said that, and they've been encouraged by their time here. But one of the things we want to make sure that we're doing, not just taking care of you guys as you're in this room, but also after the service, we just ask as you're around on campus, here on the steps after the service, that we still keep some space in between us, that we don't immediately go outside and take off our mask, but that we just, again, make sure we're going above and beyond to care for one another right now. And we're asking our community groups to do that as people begin to gather outside as well in places, just that we're following the CDC guidelines right now. So we just ask that you would do that on Sunday evenings. But the second thing that we're going to ask you all to begin to do, not this Sunday, July 19th, but for the next Sunday, July 26th, is to register coming on Sunday. So we've mapped out this room and how many people we feel like we can safely fit in here following the guidelines we've been asked. And so in about a month, we'll have college students coming back in. And so we want to make sure we're prepared for that and make sure we're not exceeding capacity of what we, again, feel like we can do and meeting together safely. And so starting for the week of July 26th, we're going to be asking you to register online to come. And we'll have a lot more instructions about that coming to you, and hopefully that'll be really clear on our website and ways to sign up for that. But we just want to go ahead and give you the heads up that that's coming. And again, know that a lot of these things are things that are not ideal and things I never thought I would be asking for a congregation I pastor to do. But it's just where we are in the midst of a pandemic right now. And until the day when we can pack this room once again on the Lord's Day, we need to make sure that we're sacrificing in order to care for one another well. And so I long for the day that I just spoke of, but until that day, I'm so grateful that we do have some ways that we can keep people safe and continue to gather together as the Lord's people. And so I would just ask you would continue to be patient with us and to pray for us as we try to shepherd you, our church family, the best we can through this season.